Because of certain indiscreet remarks by Don Imus and Howard Stern, WNBC Radio apologizes to the following: the National Organization for Women, the New York chapter of Hadassah, Governor Cuomo, the New York Jets, the United States Congress, both houses, Nassau Community College, the Gay Men's Choir, Sons of Italy, Rabbi Arthur Selkowitz, my wife,
66 WNBC. If we weren't so bad, we wouldn't be so good.
Queen Elizabeth, Mayor Koch.
Worn out from giving your most absolute minimal effort pretending to train to be a Jedi? Then it's time to unwind with delicious tasting Paul Bugs coffee. It's got that perfect blend, whether you're half-assing it lightsaber training or using the Force to grab another cup. Dear God, even their training involves drinking coffee. Who are they gonna fight, Lord Starbuck? Enjoy the great taste of Paul Bugs coffee. Now available at Smith's, Costco, and other fine stores. If this is the best you can do, maybe the Empire should take over. Things would be a lot better.
Alright, let's get out of here.
Yo, fat dumbass, still eating out the damn garbage, girl. Don't you want to go Subway or something?
There's no time.
Someone got to say, you got a problem, girl. Yo, fat dumbass, keep eating out the garbage. That and Daphne going to Butttown, not you.
Wow, Norville.
Oh, God, what are we gonna do? I can't go back to jail.
Velma, how is it that Fred went to Butttown more than you while he was in jail? Answer that for me, you fat dumb bitch.
And you do it for me.
Black Shaggy say, fuck you.
I'm out past curfew. What are you gonna do about that?
Velma, you let the police run your fat dumb ass over. You dumb bitch. That's right. Velma, your fat dumb ass is supposed to find out if Daphne likes to go to Browntown or not.
I'm trying. This is the first chance I've had to focus. Thank God hot girls would rather be murdered than enter the band room.
I knew you was in the role playing, but now you got me in this stupid ass outfit. About time you admit to yourself you like the vag. Dumb bitch.
Norville, I didn't come out. I told you, I like Daphne, but also find Fred attractive.
You know Fred got a tiny dick.
But Daphne, our personalities just click. I can't explain it.
Black Shaggy can explain it. You want them titties just as much as Black Shaggy do. You can't say I blame you. Black Shaggy like them titties too. Daphne got herself some nice titties. That's right.
This is exactly the problem with this list. Men make everything about them and what they want.
That's right, and Black Shaggy want to perform some butt sex on Daphne.
Our whole lives, girls are told by guys there's a right way to be hot.
Yeah, it's giving up the back door. That'll make your ass a lot hotter, bitch.
But now because of this list, I have to validate everything I hate about men's ideas of beauty norms.
Bitch, just be glad someone interested in you. Your fat dumbass ain't gonna get none anyhow. That's right, Black Shaggy went there. That's right.
It's the Muppet Show with a very special guest star, Mr. Jack Black, Lizzo, Tim Meadows, Jen Really? Who the is Jen Kober? Okay. Christopher Lloyd, and Amy Sedaris. Yay! And don't miss a special appearance next week by Jay and Silent Bob. Because why the not at this point?
Norville? What are you doing here?
Black Shaggy need a minute to prepare for this. I got to know what I'm getting into. So do you like the back door or not? Black Shaggy don't want to read this in the newspaper, you dig? Inquiring minds want to know.
We have a student newspaper?
Bitch is dumb.
Hey! Who just threw a rock through my window?
Geo from the Crystal Mines. You should know that because your dumb bitch ass was born there.
The Crystal Mines? That old tourist attraction that's now a seagull toilet full of condoms?
Bitch is crass. That's right. Alright, now this here Black Shaggy OnlyFans. Now there ain't no room on the internet for fat dumb bitches like yourself. Unless you're willing to do some girl. For that, we're gonna have to talk to Daphne or Gigi. Your hot friend Brenda dead. That don't help none. Get someone like Daphne or Gigi, they make you forget that your fat dumb ass is on screen. Look at me when I'm talking to you, bitch.
I tried. Then I have to eat a whole pie to feel better, and I will die before I give that up.
Oh, it figures. Your fat dumb ass talk about food again. Even my pops call your ass dumb.
Really? Even though he's the one who basically taught you to be a beta?
My moms and pops still married, bitch. Not like your pops who married that dumbass waitress at the diner. Knocked her ass up. Your mom's was a senior when you was a freshman. How do you think Black Shaggy's OnlyFans got its start? I'll give you a hint. It's that little baby brother you're taking care of. Black Shaggy doing a public service helping couples put the spice back into marriage. That's right.
Kevin!
Hey everybody, Hamas in the morning, WNBC. How's it going?
Black Shaggy president fighting in a motherfucking Mick. That's right. How's everybody doing out there? Oh, God. Now, why am I live on a Friday night? Because I had the misfortune of watching these very short treks. Let me tell you something. Just when I thought I'd seen it all out of New Trek, they surprised me. Now, big shout out to the channel Steve Arts 89, because he was the one that he did a video about this. It says that these short treks are so bad that even Jesse Gender doesn't like them. Now that's pretty bad. They're called very short treks. Listen. Okay, here's a little bit of background. This year is the 50th anniversary of Star Trek: The Animated Series. Okay, listen. And for those who don't know, Star Trek was, after it was canceled by NBC, it resurfaced again in animated form in 1973. And these were some of these scripts were actually done as it was for a long time. It was considered a fourth season of Star Trek. It introduced the holodeck. It introduced the Zindi, the Gazinti, a lot of other things. What? The Gajit, yes. Yeah, Maress. Yeah, Ensign like Ensign Maress, who was a Cation. The Cations, and the Cations were in actually Star Trek 4, very briefly. I always say, like, if Star Trek ever did an Alpha crossover, that keep them far away from the Cations. Say, does this phaser have a setting for deep fry? Here, kitty. Alf, this is our communications officer, Ensign Rest. She looks mighty tasty. Yeah, you know what? It was on the Star Trek: The Animated Series was on and off television for a long time. It was difficult to find for a while. And it did pop up on Nickelodeon on and off in the 90s. Let me bring up the title card here just to put on screen. So, like I said, it did pop up on and off again in the 90s. It was on Nickelodeon for a time because Viacom owned Paramount, and Paramount was a big conglomerate at the time. It also owned Nickelodeon. Viacom also owned Nickelodeon. So yeah, so anyone who remembers the 90s, the 80s and 90s, for a long time during the 80s, it was difficult to find. And granted, there's only 26 episodes. That's right. There's only 26 episodes. Because I'll do that. So it was hard to find. I'm not sure if it was ever on home video. It was on DVD. It was in 1989. I'm just looking here. 1989. It was released on home video. And there is a version of the complete animated series. So listen, it's one of those things that kind of went in and out of people's consciousness. And now, it being the 50th anniversary of the animated series. That sounds odd saying. And G.I. Joe Real American Hero, actually, this is the 40th anniversary of the animated series, G.I. Joe Real American Hero. First aired September 13th, 1983 on 125 television stations across the United States. So what Paramount decided to do, what Alex Klutzman decided to do, because this has got Alex Klutzman's fingerprints all over it. They decided to go back and do these as a tribute, these very short treks. They are animated shorts, about 3.5 to 4 minutes long. What? Extremely short treks. The Fish Tales very short treks. About 3.5 to 4 minutes long. In the style of the animated series. And you know what? I'm not averse to the idea of Star Trek being an animation, just because it was an animation once before. If done right, it actually could be done very well. However, this is not done right. Oh my God. This is, if you thought Discovery was bad, you ain't seen nothing yet. Dear God. The first one is titled Skin a Cat. It has what I assume are Kirk and Spock on the bridge of the Enterprise. And they're under attack by the Klingons. That's right, Naranja. That's right. They're under attack by the Klingons. And Kirk is being told by Spock, our shields are at 50%. And Spock is played by Ethan Peck, I believe.
No, not in this one.
It's not in this one?
No, it's a different guy in this one.
I don't know. It sounds like Ethan Peck, bro. Hold on.
He's in the next one, though.
Let me see. Yeah, so it says it does say it is him, Mr. Spock voice.
Okay, well, he's in one of them, I know.
He's definitely in the second one.
Yeah. He's fine as the actor. Oh God, well, you're not that.
If you had to do a new animated version of Star Trek and he was the voice of Spock,
yeah,
I would not be that upset.
As long as it's good and not this shit.
Yes, as long as it's good, it's not this. No, I'm not saying no. The old animated series is not bad. No, I'm not saying that. These animated very short treks are bad. They are horrendously bad. That's okay. You can get a call while you're doing anything. You can do the dishes while you listen to my stream. You can do anything you want. I don't care. I don't mind. Hey, I'm background noise. 66 WNBC. I'm sending them, just like that. Just like when you have Imus or you have Howard in the background or WFAN or whatever it is. So, Fan Bing Bing. What am I binging fan? Anyhow, I digress. So the Enterprise is under attack, and Spock says, "Our shields are down 50%. We won't last long, and how are we going to get out of this? Oh, well, there's more than one way to skin a cat." And Lieutenant Mress, who actually I'm kind of impressed that she's in this, that they would include her. Lieutenant Mress says, "Oh, your people skin cats," and it's just an exercise. And he goes, "Well, there's don't get your knickers in a twist. Your knicker's in a twist. You're.
They keep going on.
They go keep going on and on. They beat the joke to death, and for every expression that I'm assuming this is Captain Kirk or maybe it's Captain Pike. I'm not 100% certain. It looks like Kirk. I'm assuming it's Captain Kirk. For every expression, there's a crew member
Who's offended?
who is who happens to be offended. And he spends the next two minutes apologizing while the ship is under attack. And finally, they say, don't get your butt cheeks in or whatever it is, and don't keep your butt cheeks screwed on, or whatever it says. Kinda. It's a Cation. She's a Cation. Or something similar to that. So, just the fact that they have to go around the room and keep apologizing. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm like, listen. First of all, First of all, fuck you is right. Yeah. First of all, fuck you. I gotta get some croutons and some bacon bits here. First of all, fuck you.
I'll bring to you. I'll bring your dressing.
Yeah. Secondly, okay. Again, usually Star Trek has to have some kind of point. There's no point to this other than just to try to make Captain Kirk look like an idiot. Thank you very much. And the other part of this is the joke, even from a comedy standpoint. If you wanted to do a funny episode, you could do a funny episode, just not like this. That's a crouton there. It's crouton fell on the floor. It won't hurt her if she eats it. So she's trying to eat it. Yeah. They're seasoned though. So. Well, it's just one. Just one fell on the floor. I'm sorry. I have a Caesar salad. And so finally, the way out of this is he describes his dream woman and she appears. He goes, how am I supposed to know there's a crew member for every single thing here? And he describes his ideal woman. And she just appears out of nowhere. Oh, I have the solution. And he says, will you marry him? And the Enterprise is destroyed. I don't. Listen.
Was he lonely?
Huh?
Was he lonely?
I don't know.
Because he wanted some woman to not make fun of him for eating mac and cheese and shit.
I want a woman who's not going to make fun of me for eating mac and cheese. It's a kid's dish, but yes, adults can enjoy it too.
Well, I like mac and cheese.
What's wrong with mac and cheese? 2 minutes apologizing. Don't think the German apologized during the war. No. Don't think American apologizing after the Japanese had 2 bomb nukes dropped on them. I'm sorry. For some reason they think it's hysterical to show a white guy apologizing.
And he's...
but let me tell you something.
It's just Adult Swim arguing, isn't it?
Yeah, this is an Adult Swim arguing. Adult Swim usually has those sketches where people just argue, don't they? Mm-hmm. I've only seen Adult Swim a few times, so sorry. I'm enjoying a Caesar salad that Mecca has provided for me. Grilled chicken salad. Okay, like I said, the joke goes on way too long. This episode wears out its welcome. It's written by an Adult Swim writer. Oh, no wonder. The second short track is where Spock presents a blooper reel to the crew, some kind of birthday celebration. But it's not bloopers. It's people being horribly, horribly injured. Of course, the Mary Sue seems to like it. Hold on. Well, I will. I will, but I gotta power through this. Okay. Well, I can't show you. I can't show you the.
Well, you can probably pull up the thing for the screens.
Well, but I can't show. But it's gross.
Oh, yeah.
The guy gets. The one guy gets horribly killed in a transporter accident. Another guy, I can't remember exactly what the other thing was what happened, but some misfortune befalls another guy, and then finally he shows a guy walking to the bathroom. He slips and falls, and he farts and shits himself. Yeah. What will be next? Obi-Wan apologizing towards a butt-mouthed person because he cut his arm off in the cantina. Yeah. I'm sorry I had to do that. This little one. Sorry I had to cut your arm off. I guess we'll call you Lefty from now on. The third one. Okay, that one doesn't go on too long. But the third one is where Riker, Beverly Crusher, and some red shirt. I don't know if that's supposed to be Wesley. But they beam down to a planet that is just developing warp technology. And the joke is that they are gross. Oh yeah, there was a joke about Mikey Spock in one of these ones about the Discovery, about people dying, and yeah, that doesn't make it any better. There's a thing about. They beam down to a planet. Now, first contact stories are always good. However, this one's not. They beam down to a planet. Hello, I'm William Riker. This is Beverly Crusher. We're from the USS Enterprise. On behalf of the Federation, we'd like to welcome you to the galaxy. Now, it's animated very well. It's voiced very well. But again, it's the subject matter. The alien species, they are gross. They lack hygiene skills. They think certain bodily fluids are very noble. As a way of currency, as a way of trust. And so they keep getting grosser and grosser. The joke keeps getting grosser and grosser. And Riker destroys the warp core. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. There's another one of these. There is another one of these. There was another one of these just dropped.
There's a new one.
Oh, no. Is there? Oh, no. Oh, no. 2 days ago. Okay, well, apparently there isn't. Thank God. I don't think I'm going to... I don't think I'm in the mood for that. So yeah, so the destroy the warp core. Oh, sorry, phaser malfunction. We've destroyed your warp core. Hopefully, when you develop another one, we'll be back. But you know what? No promises. It's now. Listen, I know the people doing this are patting themselves on the back. Look at that. All right, we sure did. We sure did make fun of this old Trek, didn't we? They're patting themselves on the back, but you know what? Nobody's laughing. Nobody's laughing. These suck. All you proved is that you have no idea what you're doing. And this is just another stain upon Star Trek, thanks to Kurtzman. This is the only way you can get this bad is if you have utter contempt for the material. And that's what I'm seeing here. We always knew that these writers had that contempt for the material. But we're seeing it on display. They think not only do they have contempt for the material, they have contempt for the audience as well. That's right. If this is what you turned in, then you know what? If you're replaced by AI, I have no sympathy for you. One of the things actually I want to share with you too. I mean, like I said, Gizmodo usually likes anything pumped out, as long as it's sort of a socially conscious message. But they didn't like this. Off kilter. Star Trek anthologies perhaps getting a little too off kilter for its own good. When Paramount launched very short Treks a few weeks ago, it did with a short that trod the very fine line between crass and flexing some knowingly Trek humor. But as it progressed, things have only gotten closer to the former. This week's entry, Worst Contact, sees Jonathan Frakes and Gates McFadden return as Will Riker and Beverly Crusher, as the Enterprise makes first contact meeting new alien species only to find their customs aren't exactly the most appealing for the Federation. While the prior shorts were similar lowbrow humor, there was something about this one that particularly strikes the sort of thing Trek fans feared Lower Decks could be before it aired, where Trek itself is an ugly joke rather than a medium for humor, that its ideals of multi-species cooperation can be undone by snot and microwaved fish. That might be a bit of high and mighty thing to say. I'm glad you're finally figuring it out, Gizmodo. It only took you 5 years. That might be a bit of high and mighty thing to say about what is ultimately an inconsequential short cartoon about gross humor. Not everything has to be serious, so serious. Well, you can do it, but you can do it in an intelligent manner. But Lower Decks already proved you can be very funny in Star Trek and still be really good Star Trek. No, it didn't. No, it didn't. I disagree with you there. It's also worth bearing in mind the very short Treks was announced as a celebration of 50 years of Star Trek, the animated Star Trek in animation. Instead, it's starting to feel like it's turning its snotty nose up at it. It is. If this is the extent of humor. It is. It is turning its nose up at it. It is turning its nose up at it. And there is some sort of Mandela effect going on. It is more important that the writers make fun of what they think Star Trek is, rather than working to actually make something good. Boimler's taint funny. That's the thing. The people doing this honestly think Boimler's taint is funny. Here's my thing. You want to do animated Star Trek, you want to make it humorous, go right ahead. But you know what? Lower Decks is not humorous. This is and this is just downright offensive. And it takes a lot to offend me. Would you be feeling this if there were a good faithful Trek show running while this is going on? That is a very good question, Holocron. If this were just an anomaly, if this were some sort of outlier, if we got these, but there was a 4-star, 5-star Star Trek series on the air, then you know what? I think you can kind of let these slide. You can kind of just, well, you know what? Maybe it's not the right crew. Maybe you could just hand wave these away. However, this is just yet another brick in the wall of shame that Alex Kurtzman has erected. Alex Kurtzman, this says his greasy fingerprints all over this. And again, one of the things I said that you are making this is Trek, people who hate Trek making it for people who actively hate Trek. Oh, well, this isn't for you. Okay, but who is it for? Apparently it's for nobody. Apparently it's for just the person who wrote this. And I think that's the problem with a lot of TV today. A lot of TV, a lot of movies. A lot of it is self-indulgent, and this certainly is. That's the problem with Velma. That's the problem with anything J.J. Abrams does. Everything is just, and that's the problem with Zack Snyder, and that's the problem with a lot of people. Christopher Nolan, that's the problem with a lot of people. There's just way too much self-indulgent crap out there. Yeah, at this point, it's another brick of shit added to the pyramid. Speaking of Star Trek franchise. Ryan Johnson's another one. Another self-indulgent director. It's for 3 people on Twitter X and also for the 3 people on Reddit. And again, yeah, shout out to Steve Arts 89. Yeah, he was the one that brought it to my attention. You lost Jesse Gender. I was seeing clips on YouTube where they were like, let's do that, and did it badly. Are you going to game tonight? Yeah, I'm most likely going to game tonight.
What game?
I don't know what game I'm playing.
Oh.
Most likely I'm going to play a game tonight. I'm not sure what yet. But anyhow, I haven't seen those clips though. What? And listen, I've said this before, and I'll say it again, and I'll keep saying it. Star Trek needs to go away. It really does. And I know we're stuck with it. And I know that Paramount says, you know what, it'd be cheaper to keep it going than to just stop and then restart it again. I would tend to disagree. So right now it's just a legacy of shit. And they can point to parent analytics, and they can point to, oh, Google, it's not for you, racist, blah, 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 blah. Make all the excuses you want. It's a legacy of shit.
Please evaluate the show on its merits.
You are a meathead.
Please give it a chance. And so...
A meathead, dead from the neck up. Meathead.
There you go. When you have to beg people to watch your show, that's not a good sign. It's just generic Star Trek stuff that is on YouTube. Every clip. Yeah, okay. Listen. Some people would think that Star Trek is past its sell-by date. So I think you can do good Star Trek now if you have intelligent people writing it. And I'm gonna say Seth MacFarlane's name, but the Orville is the best example. It is what you could do if you had serious people making Star Trek. And he wanted to do a show. CBS told him, go away, kid. Yeah, get lost. Go make your little cartoons about fart jokes. We do serious television here. And I remember when I saw the first previews of the Orville, I was like, where the hell did this come from? And then critics were maligning it. They were lambasting it. And I watched it. And I said, what the hell's wrong with this? Then I watched it again and again and again. Then I watched the second episode. I said, my God, this is the next generation.
And people all switched on season 2 or 3.
Yeah, well, then people got to hop off the train for season 3. But, I stayed on that train. I got it. But you can do Star Trek if you want to do Star Trek. It's badly written fan fiction. They failed at it. To film it. At Avatar, The Legend of Korra, Your Last Nightmare is how you do TV shows. Yes. Also, the freaking Cobra Kai is how you do a TV show. Let me leave the comment up for a little bit. So let me leave that comment up.
What?
Let me leave that comment up for a minute.
Okay.
But Paramount really they really have to try to figure out what they want to do with Star Trek. They hired Emma Watts. Remember her? Probably don't. She was supposed to be the person that was going to save Star Trek on the film. You know what? She failed. I hate saying it, she failed. Even before they got started, she failed. Because J.J. Abrams was still trying to come back. Pardon me. They were still trying to figure out a way to make J.J. Abrams' vision work. And that's another thing. And actually, you hit on something, actually. Here's what I don't understand about modern Trek. Why does everybody need a tragic backstory? Everybody joins Starfleet because they had some kind of trauma. I've been trauma blocked. Nobody joined Starfleet because they believe in the mission, because they want to go exploring. Nobody wants to explore strange new worlds. Boimler actually said, they gave that line about that. He goes, listen, I joined Starfleet because I wanted to go exploring. I know that sounds boring to all you, but I like the boring stuff. But now we literally get a character that says, where's the pew 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 button? Pew 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 pew. I don't get it. I don't get it. It's one of those things, you say, well, maybe it's just you. It's not me. It's not me. It is not me. Because I don't think and because even the person, as I said, even the person who's supposed to be the main audience for this, Jessie Gender, she says it's terrible now. Okay, everyone. I think I've had enough. I'm going to end the stream there.
I'll stream in a bit, probably.
Mecca's going to stream in a little while. In a little bit here. Keep your eyes posted for that. I'd like to thank everyone for this Friday night trek. Actually, I should just title it This Week in Trek. I could fix that, though. But everyone, have a good rest of your Friday. Have a good rest. I'll probably be back later tonight with a game stream. Not sure what game I'm going to stream. Might do a classic. Might do a new game. I don't know. Huh? We watched a lot of hockey today. We watched some drills. Everyone, thank you for joining me. Thank you, Kermit Frog, Sandra Hammerslag, Anubis T800, Holocron Records, Senior Sticks, Pigleg Pete, Anthony Way, Fuke Norris, the other guy, Shinseki Evan. Everyone, thank you for joining me. I know it's such short notice. Everyone, have a good rest of your day. We'll get a little music to play us out, and we will see you next time.